Let me move to the next speaker from Iran. We have Mehdi Keshavarz here. He is a serial entrepreneur in Iran, and we mean it when we say that he is a serial entrepreneur. He has been co-founder of many startups in Iran. I can mention quite few of them. The list is long. Fanop, Hassin, Basir, Hatef, and the list goes on. These are, each of them by itself is actually an important company back in Iran. He's now at the point that has his own private VC called Attar, and we're very happy to have him. Please welcome Mehdi Keshavarz to the podium. Thank you.
In the name of God. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, my time is a bit short, so in this short time, I want to share some just few points with actually young entrepreneurs and actually people who want to do a startup. When it comes to entrepreneurship, often encounter with familiar questions such as be an entrepreneur, how we can be an entrepreneur, how we can get skills we need, or too much questions that we can find a lot of them in internet. I'm not standing here to answer these kind of questions, but I can tell my own story, and I hope this story can shed a light on the subject, and maybe it would be helpful. Before starting the story, let me shortly talk about my background in entrepreneurial activities in Iran. In fact, I'm proud to say that I am the co-founder of at least two sponsors of this program. My first actually startup was Hatef, the first manufacturer of ATM machines in Iran in 2002. Actually, Hassin Technology, a leading and innovative company active in smart card, telecom industries, as well as mobile and e-commerce services. Karan, which was one of the first manufacturers of vending machines. Actually, we sold that. Also, Hatef, we sold it. Basir Technology, the company which is one of the fast-moving companies in intelligent traffic systems. Fanop, that's maybe all of you know about that, which were the co-founder with the Pasargad Financial Group, and some new non-IT startups, which I preferably not mention here. Also, these days we are starting our small private VC, which is out of IT business actually. And we are trying to experience and cultivate the startup companies. I want to structure my talk in two phases: starting a startup and maintaining a startup. Let's start with starting phase. When I was going to create my first startup, actually Hatef, actually my initial capital was literally zero, and no investor was backing me up. But I had two important things. First, a sellable dream, and the second, a good set of opposing friends. What I mean by sellable dream is that something you believe in your heart, and you can talk about that, you can visualize that, and you can share your dream with others. And the second point, which is more important for me, the opposing friends. What I mean by that is the number of people who are both your friends because we have same ideas and same dreams, but same times completely different view and different way of thinking, which make challenge on every single thing that you are trying to do. And that's why I call this opposing friends. Oh, sorry, I forgot to. And the reason I mentioned these two points is that I feel that our differentiation in our career was these 2 points. And in my opinion, these 2 elements were essential in our entrepreneurial activities in Iran, actually. And as you heard from Dave this morning, was talking that I mentioned, the startups are not built on in the sentence that linear and progressive process. I believe same that in developing countries that we have lots of opportunities and uncertainties, which make the intuitions and feelings more important for investors and those who come to buy your dreams. And the second point, the opposing friend, maybe bring some question to mind that it makes too much diversification in actually the management and how you want to face this issue. I feel that if you can, actually, if you are lucky like me, and you have good friends, that they have different views, but they have same beliefs and same dreams. You can bring this complexity and this diversity to something convergent to proceed your dreams. And the second part of my speech, actually, if I have time, is maintaining the business. That's another important issue in the Iranian startups. For me, the key question was that these startups, I want to stay with them or I want to leave them. Actually, I feel that this question is a little bit rather personal, but my answer was I usually pass the steering wheel and just stay in the ship. Let me give you this. Sorry for. It's coming. Silence. How can I bring it back? Okay. The reason I'm pointing this issue that usually lots of startups in Iran, they fail, and lots of them, when they grow fast, after many years we have some problem with the management of them and some kind of diversification and supporting the co-founders. But what we did actually, in our experience, we hadn't the same solution for all our companies as well. Some of them we recruit managers later, some of them the co-founders accept this actually management from the first day, and each of them has its consequences. Each solution has its own consequences. But let me say, I think what I want to emphasize that from the first day, we should focus on this aspect of the startup. That we want to sit in the company or we won't sit. And if you change your decision in the way, by the time, it will change too much things. Another aspect of these startup companies, maybe the last point I want to emphasize, that when you decide that you want to stay and as a manager, entrepreneur manager, or you want to pass this to some others, sometimes something happens that the culture of the company changes. Especially when the company grows, the culture of the company changes. And I feel the reason I pointed this as my last point is that we try always to keep the that actually culture of startup teams, culture of the startup management, till the you know, as a culture of the company, and put make it as a DNA of the company. And if we cannot do this, we have two ways. Usually, if we don't grow, we don't grow. If we grow, sometimes they actually face too much problems. And I think I covered my points and I finished my times as well. Thank you for listening. Thanks.